I'm gonna rant again. Like I hate when people call an MV low budget from a group who can afford to make a high quality MV. How expensive are K-pop stans taste that even lesser outstanding MVs get called lower budget, or people say, where did the budget go? Like my god, shut up. A smaller company having the same types of MVs of bigger groups that y'all say is a lower budget MV, would be considered expensive in terms of their budget. How is the MV even a lower budget? Like seriously. It's not lower budget just because it's not extremely outstanding or over the top. This is the main reason why smaller groups with little to no budget will never get noticed, because if people call MVs that are actually high quality a lower budget, then groups with a little to no budget will get called cheap or terrible, because y'all have such expensive and high quality taste. Like come on, no bigger or better budgeted company has a lower budget or anything. Just because the MV is more simple or less extravagant, it doesn't mean the MV is a lower budget. Can y'all please stop saying, where did the budget go, or stuff like this for groups who made a high quality MV that's just less in terms of everything? Why do y'all need every MV to have a high budget? Why do y'all care so much for a high budget MV? The only times the MV should be cared for, if it's lazy, and/or if it has mostly dance performance. Having a good budget, and having an MV that's just not as wow as the last, doesn't mean it's a lower budget. It just means that they didn't make the MV too extra. Now I know that K-pop stans care a lot about MV budgets, rather than the MV itself and the content in it, and how it's made. They don't care about the MV itself, but the money used to make the MV, and that's the most disappointing part of K-pop stans. I can't believe how y'all call even the better MVs a lower budget, just because y'all have this rich standards. It's just so shocking. I also know now that K-pop groups from smaller companies will never get noticed, only because their MV is a lower budget, and very few will actually appreciate them for trying rather than talking about their budget. Again, no bigger or better budgeted company has a lower budget. So in the end, stop saying, where did the budget go, because it's dumb. Also, I knew that K-pop stans cared so much for MVs, but I never knew that they cared so much that they'd call good MVs lower budget, even though the budget is perfect, and so is the MV, unless it's a mostly dance performance MV, which means that the company didn't try at all. So in conclusion, where did the budget go? It went nowhere, because the company just made a good looking but simple or less MV, and that's okay. Y'all don't need to care if the MV isn't that wow factor, because in the end, y'all are here for the music, not the MVs. K-pop is about the songs. It's called K-pop, Korean pop. Not KMVs, Korean music videos. Y'all need to understand that. K-pop is about the music, so why do y'all care if the MV isn't up to your standards? MVs don't need to look expensive all the time. Having a clean and nicely shot, and well directly MV with a set budget is amazing. Not every MV has to look extreme in terms of props, editing, effects, etc. MVs don't need to be stupidly extra all the time. It's good to have more simple type MVs at times. And even with the simple type MVs, it doesn't mean that the budget left, it means that the budget is still there, but it was just used in the way to make a clean but good looking MV. Stop saying that a budget is gone, and learn to appreciate the MV, unless there are things about the MV that don't match, like the song and the MV theme, the coloring, the effects, props, edits, etc.